They say that when a person starts to change his or her appearance, most of the time it's because they have an interest or desire in someone else.
Okay, let's go.
What's up? What's up, fam? It's me, Big Sarge, coming in tonight from the business side. Want to say welcome back to my drill team, and if you're new, hit that subscribe. I'm sure y'all seen the title. Are they cheating? So, for most men and for most women, if you look up the statistical data between the infidelity between the sexes, we're talking about a 5 to 10% difference between men and women. That's not a lot of difference, fam. So that's not to say there's a lot of cheating going on, but if you're looking at about between, out of every 5 relationships, at least one of them is going to have to endure some form of infidelity, then it's definitely something that we need to talk about. So when I looked across the board, looked at all of the different surveys, all of the different interviews, one of the first reasons that they say that made a partner think that another partner was cheating was once someone started to change their appearance. So getting married at 17, I never thought that appearance would be something that would have been a question to why someone could possibly be cheating. Because if you're in a relationship, I've always thought and believed that you should want to look your best for that person. That you should always be striving to be your best for that person. But somehow if you look at any interview, anywhere across the internet, any books, anything, they say that when a person starts to change his or her appearance, most of the time it's because they have an interest or a desire in someone else. So although I don't agree with that, that's why I didn't let it become my top 5. But I have to do an honorable mention to it because that's the reason that's pretty much going to lead into just about everything else that comes up. So by the time we have improved appearance not being one of the major reasons, the big reason comes from Big Sarge point of view. It's going to be somehow you really don't know what they're doing all day. Your significant other is unreachable. Now, if they're unreachable because of work, then y'all, you pretty much got to take one for the home team. If you're in a relationship or a marriage with someone who works hard, someone who has a demanding job where they're unreachable all day, then you just pretty much need to just make sure you give them the benefit of the doubt. But if somehow that they're at work 16, 20 hours a day and you're unable to reach them all day, all night, then yeah, it's definitely something that you should be concerned about. So that's the first reason coming from Big Sarge. The second reason is when he or she has a cell phone that you don't know anything about, or they have an email that you don't know anything about, an Instagram account that you don't know anything about. And I'm not saying that you need to be snooping around trying to get into their cell phone, trying to get into their emails or their Instagram accounts. But most of the time, by the time most of us start to feel that insecurity, it's something else that led up to it. It's probably one of those other top 5 reasons that I'm giving to you right now. The third reason is that it's a change in intimacy. And although I really don't understand how a change in intimacy is a question, it really is. And the reason that it really brings up a concern for a lot of people is that now this partner is either putting in more work or they're not putting in as much work as they used to. Somehow they're just not attracted to the other person anymore. And if by the time you've been around my page for a while, that's one of the things that I'm always talking about that you need to do when you're in a relationship. Like that's the other part of the essence to the business side of relationships. Sometimes you're going to realize you're not as attracted to your partner that you used to be. And when you're not, that's when you need to put in that work. That's when you need to start doing those date nights a little more often, start doing those massages, taking that Netflix and chill night seriously at home. You want to start adding in those different things. So when by the time you have a partner who is adding in those different things, it shouldn't make you think that they're cheating. But if it's something else that makes you think that they're cheating, we understand. So when by the time that anything is coming up that's making you feel uncomfortable or insecure in that relationship, bring it up to your partner. Make sure you let them know. So the fourth reason is finances. Finances and gifts. Somehow, money is starting to disappear. Or your partner's coming home with a new watch, a new gown, a new bag, starting to go away on business trips all the time, which is going to put a dent to those finances. Somehow they're just magically coming up with all of these different things that they want to do, different things that they want to share. Now, I'm not saying that this is always a sign of infidelity, because sometimes your partner just wants to start doing things differently so they can make the relationship better, so they can make the relationship different. But once you start to think that it's coming from infidelity, make sure that you talk to your partner about it. And try not to do it in an accusatory way, because the fifth element that I think is one of the most important elements is when you start to express that insecurity to your partner and he or she becomes hostile. Hostility is out of this world. They're just getting so mad, so pissed because you're thinking that their change in actions, their change in attitude is a result of infidelity. And don't get me wrong, I've been there. Most of us have been there. But for the young men and young women that haven't been there yet, please know that the hostility is a defense mechanism. Because if they're doing something, then they're going to try to throw you off by making it seem like that they're so upset by it. And if they're not doing anything, they're still going to be upset because they're going to want to know why would you start to think that he or she is out there in those streets like that. So although hostility is that fifth major reason, I need for you to look at it from the other side, that you just need to sit down and have that heart-to-heart talk with your significant other. Let them know what you're feeling. Let them know how you're feeling it. Let them know what they can do to make that relationship better. But those are my top 5 reasons. So if you have any other reasons or any things that could possibly add to this list, make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section. So, Big Sarge, why'd you do this video? I did this video because I did another video that I hope you go check out called the 50 Shades of Grey, to say that there are more than that, there is different things other than infidelity that can lead to the collapse of a relationship. Infidelity is just one of the small pieces of the pie. But when infidelity is on the table, it's something that you and your partner can work through. It's something that y'all can sit down and try to figure out what happened. It's something that y'all should be sitting down, if it didn't happen yet, how to prevent it from happening. So that's where the business side of relationships comes into play. Putting that work, putting that homework. Make sure you let them know what you think. Make sure you let them know what you feel. Keep an open line of communications between you two. So those are my top 5 reasons. Like I said, if you have any other reasons, make sure to leave them in the comment section. This is Big Sarge, fam. And I'm out.